If you have an LLC, chances are at some point in time you might need to have a business credit card. And we talk about business credit cards, American Express has some of the best business credit cards around. So in today's conversation, I want to share with you the latest and freshest hacks when it comes to getting approved for an ALC, American Express business credit card. So here's an overview I really want you to pay attention to. So when we talk about American Express business credit cards, what do you really need to get an American Express ALC business credit card? So first, your legal business name. I'm talking about the name that is on your certificate of good standing, the name that you filed with the authorities, with the state authorities, okay? So things like the name, the ALC name on your articles of organization. So this is important, your certificate of formation. Okay. You also need to specify the business name you want to have on the card. So what name you want, what LLC name you want you want Amex to put on the card for you. You got to put your LLC business address. So this is kind of cool. If you have, let's say if you're working from home right now, or you have you can have a virtual mailbox, not a problem. You can have a virtual address. Amex will honor that, not a problem. You need to provide proof that you have the proper company structure. So if you want to apply for an ALC business credit card from Amex, make sure that you have your, I mentioned this before, but you got to have your articles of incorporation. You got to have the approval from the state authorities actually confirming that you are indeed an ALC. Remember, ALCs are formed at the state level. So there is no sort of federal requirements for ALCs. Everything is formed at the state level, but you got to provide proof that you are indeed a legit ALC. And you can be a multi-member ALC or you can be a single member ALC, not a problem. As long as you're an ALC, you're fine. You also need to put the number of employees. So here, Amex wants to know the number of employees you have. And by the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here and have a quick convo with you about how to open an Amex ALC business credit card. Okay, we share with you the latest hacks. If you are a new ALC, here are the latest hacks you need to think about. New ALCs, okay? And you also need to think about your projected revenue. So because you're new, you don't have actual revenue yet. You have to put your projected revenue, your estimated monthly spend. So how much you intend on spending as a new ALC. You got to put your federal tax ID, so your EIN, and you have to put you, the person filling out the form, your company role, okay? This is really important. So here's a review I really want you to pay attention to. So when we talk about, let's talk about the pros and cons of ALC's, ALC, American Express business credit card. So if you are a new ALC, it's important to have a clear idea about the pros and cons so you have a better shot at getting approved when you apply right off the bat. So here are the pros. So you have a lenient qualification. So for some, it can be easier to qualify for an ALC business credit card than a line of credit or bank loan. Plus, you will receive a host of business-focused benefits for your new ALC. And in terms of credit limits, so Amex business credit cards usually provide higher credit limits than consumer credit cards, even if you are a new ALC. And so this scenario can be helpful when funding large purchases. You also have a funding access. So an ALC business credit card from Amex can help address cash flow concerns, especially for new businesses such as your new ALC, your LLC startup. And if you are looking to expand and you have a sort of like a you have shortage of cash, having this extra liquidity can really help you. And you also have the loyalty perks. I mean, we know American Express, so they do have partnerships with some of the world's top hotels and airlines. So, so as a card holder, whether you're a new LLC or established LLC, you are able to receive extra rewards and value with your credit card. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about American Express LLC business credit card hacks. This is for new LLCs, okay? Not established LLCs, but for new LLCs. And here are the cons I need you to pay attention to. So you have high annual fees. So some of Amex top tier cards carry a steep annual fee, while the rewards are kind of interesting. You still need to think about the additional cost and if you can offset those fees. You have liability. So as a business owner for your new LLC, you may be personally liable for any unpaid debts on your business credit cards, and business credit can affect your personal credit as well. There are fewer protections that come with the American Express ALC business credit cards because they are subject to different consumer protections than many personal credit cards. under the Credit Card Act of 2009, and you also have higher interest. So you need to manage this mix of this mix of detriments also. I want to give you an approach here. It's really important if you want to get an Amex business credit card for your new LLC to understand how the corporate membership rewards work at American Express. So, and this is an important element, especially if your new LLC is going to spend, let's say, massively in terms of rewards, in terms of traveling, in terms of accommodation. That you will need to know this. So, American Express offers access to its renowned membership rewards program on its consumer and business credit card. So, if you're an LLC, if you're a new LLC and you're looking for, let's say, you're looking for this rewards programs, you could qualify, not a problem. And you are able to purchase an investment into the company with corporate membership rewards. So what happens here is that this program enables users to book business trips, recognize employees with gift cards, supply the office, and everything in between. So for an annual membership fee of $75 per card, members can also redeem points for a credit on your company's card statement and earn points that do not have an expiry date. So this is kind of interesting, especially for a new LLC. And on top of that, members can earn up to 1.25 membership rewards points for every dollar charged to the American Express corporate card for LLC business expenses, such as travel, accommodations, and utility bills. So in the end, this is kind of cool because you are getting access to liquidity, but you also are racking up rewards at the same time. Plus, you can earn 2 membership rewards points for each dollar spent on foreign currency transactions. So you can grab things like Grab transactions, computer hardware, and software and cloud services, and online advertising. Those are really cool. So you can actually, if you are interested, if you're a new, it doesn't matter if you're a new LLC or you're an existing LLC, you can enroll by logging into American Express at work or by contacting your Amex representative. So the thing is that the flexibility into this program is kind of high. You just need to find out exactly whether or not you actually apply, if this applies to you. And if your new LLC is in a niche or is in a sector that could actually benefit from this corporate membership rewards, okay? But overall, it adds a lot of value, a lot of value. Let me give you the winner here. So in our view, here are the best Amex LLC business credit cards for new LLCs, okay? The best of the best. I mean, obviously, Amex has a constellation of credit cards, so we're not really sitting here trying to show you all the business credit cards that you might have, that you might need. But the thing is that if you're a new LLC, there are some credit cards that you will love to have because of the benefits and the perks. So first we have the Delta Business Amex. So Delta and Amex have a co-brand card portfolio, and that includes 3 business cards. So with the Delta Sky Miles Gold Business American Express card, you can earn 50,000 bonus miles after spending $2,000 in purchases on your new card in your first 3 months of card membership. And there is a $0 introductory annual fee for the first year, then $99 after that. With the Delta Sky Miles Platinum Business American Express card, you can earn 60,000 bonus miles after spending $3,000 in purchases on your new card in your first 3 months of card membership, and there is a $250 annual fee. With the Delta Sky Miles Reserve Business American Express card, you can earn 70,000 bonus miles after spending $5,000 in purchases on your new card in your first 3 months of card membership. And the fee here is kind of steep though, $550. So it's really up to you, okay? By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm actually having a conversation with you about hacks we have discovered in the last few months in terms of getting an American Express business credit card for your new LLC. So I spoke to you about the Delta Business Amex. You also have the Hilton Business Amex. So Hilton and Amex have a co-brand card portfolio, and that includes the Hilton American Express business card. And this card is actually offering a limited time welcome bonus, whereby you earn 150,000 Hilton Honors bonus points, and a free night rewards after spending 4,000 in purchases on the Hilton Honors business card in the first 3 months of card membership. So for your new LLC, this could be a great possibility, great bonanza, really, if it fits your company's operational lifestyle or operational vision. The card has a $95 annual fee. Okay. You also have the Marriott Business Amex. So basically, Marriott and Amex have a co-brand card portfolio, and on the business side, they have the Marriott Bonvoy Business and American Express card, whereby you earn 75,000 bonus like Marriott Bonvoy points after you use your new card to make 3,000 in purchases within the first 3 months of card membership. And the card has a $125 annual fee. So it's really important to know that. You also have the Blue Business Plus Amex. So for your new LLC, there are cards that you might want to consider depending on the type of LLC you're running, the type of operational goals you have, right? So for the Blue Business Plus Amex, so if you're looking for the best no annual fee Amex business credit cards for your new LLC that earns membership rewards points, then the Blue Business Plus credit card from Amex is a clear winner in our view. And the card also has an improved welcome offer. So you earn 15,000 membership rewards bonus points after spending 3,000 on purchases within the first 3 months. And you can earn 2x membership rewards points on the first 50,000 spent annually on all eligible purchases, and then 1x points after that. And you have $0 annual fee. So what we love about this card is that you have flexibility. So you are able to have it's flexible, it's very generous, and it must dive to all the goals that your new LLC has. So make sure that your new LLC is able to tie its operational goals to the types of rewards and perks that are inherent in this business credit cards from Amex. You also have the Blue Business Cash Amex. So this is kind of cool also. So you are earning a $250 statement credit after spending $3,000 on purchases within the first 3 months. You earn 2% cash back on the first $50,000 spent annually, and then 1% cash back after that. But this card is kind of cool because it has no annual fee. And you also have the Business Gold Amex. So if you are looking for the best Amex LLC business cards with bonus categories that earns membership rewards points, then the American Express Business Gold Amex is really, in our view, the obvious choice. Why? Because you are able to earn 70,000 membership rewards points after spending $10,000 on purchases within the first 3 months. You have the annual fee is kind of steep though, because you are earning 70,000 membership rewards bonus points, but you are paying an annual fee of $295. The card offers a 4x points in the two categories you spend most in each month, on the top of up to $150,000 in combined purchases every single year. And eligible categories include airfare purchased directly from airlines, U.S. purchases for advertising in select media, U.S. purchases at gas stations, U.S. purchases at restaurants, and you have U.S. purchases for shipping, U.S. computer hardware, software, and cloud computing purchases made directly from select providers. So the purchases have to be made with U.S. providers. And then you have also the Business Platinum Amex. So here you earn 120,000 membership rewards bonus point after spending $15,000 on purchases within the first 3 months. And the annual fee here, $695. So you can see that you have a constellation of different American Express credit cards that could be interesting for your new LLC. It depends on what really works for you. Here is a bonus I want to give you here, and it's really important to understand that we are trying to really use American Express LLC business credit cards to the best of our ability here. So there are some advantages of applying for Amex business credit cards, especially for your new LLC. And so the thing is, there are a few things that you need to know specifically about applying for Amex business credit card. For example, applying for Amex business credit card doesn't count towards your Chase 524 limits. That's because these applications typically are not reported on your personal credit report. They're not. If you are an existing Amex card member and apply for another Amex card, your credit will not initially be pulled. This means that if you get a preliminary denial based on existing information, it won't ding your credit score. And among the business credit cards, especially those that we actually that relate to new LLCs, we actually have seen that Amex cards are significantly easier to be approved for than Chase or Citi cards. So it's a great place to start if you are getting your first LLC business credit card. Okay. Now there are some restrictions when it comes to applying for Amex business credit cards, especially when it comes to your LLC. The thing is that Amex has a general restrictions, and like you can generally have at most 5 Amex credit cards at any given point, which doesn't include hybrid cards with no preset spending limits, like the Amex Business Gold. It doesn't matter whether the credit cards are personal or business. And you can be approved for at most 2 American Express credit cards every 90 days. Though there are some inconsistencies when it comes to that, we have seen in our research. So the bottom line is what? The bottom line is you have to ask yourself what really works for you. And for your new LLC, what kind of business needs you have now? What kind of features are you looking for on a new card? And because this will guide your decision-making process in terms of changing or not changing. So it's one of those things you got to ask yourself what really works for you and what doesn't, and make sure that you think about the timing also. Because if you apply for the Amex card at a certain point in time, you may not have the best limits. So really important to think about the timing. So to close to this conversation, I want to give you the steps that I want you to follow right now. And so how do you fill out an Amex business credit card application? So for your new LLC, you want to pay attention to a few things, because don't be intimidated by don't let a credit card, an LLC, let's say an Amex business credit card application form sort of intimidate you. No, because it's pretty simple if you know what to do. So you're going to have to answer a few pieces of information here. Like you will have to put I think I started to this conversation by talking to you about them. Basically, your LLC legal name, your LLC business address and phone number. I want to insist on the fact, as I said before, that it's just better if you are working from your home. It's just better to have a virtual address so that you can segregate your personal affairs from your business affairs. So you have to mention the industry type, your NAICS code. It's called NAICS, your NAICS code. The company structure, in this case, you have an LLC, but you just have to specify whether we're speaking about a new single member LLC or a new multi-member LLC. And the years in business, if you're new, you probably have been in business for less than 18 months. So you got to specify the number of months you have been in business. You have to talk about your projected annual business revenue. So it's not actual revenue, but it's projected revenue. Your estimated monthly spend, I think I spoke about that before. So your LLC must have some budget in terms of spending money. So you want to specify that so it's pretty clear to everybody. And you also need to mention your EIN. So when you actually contacted the IRS a few days or a few months or a few weeks ago, they gave you an EIN. So you need to report that. You need to put that number on your application. And it's important to remember that if you are applying as a sole proprietor, or let's say as a single member LLC, you may need to provide instead your social. And if you happen to have a good credit, you can actually apply with your social, so that instead of pulling your EIN, instead of attaching everything to your EIN, Amex will actually focus on your personal credit. And this process has pros and cons too, though. It depends on what really works for you. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to get an American Express business credit card for your new LLC. So I've shared with you some of the latest hacks. And so I give you the overview, the review, the approach, the winner, And I close to this conversation with some steps as well as the bonus. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.